gimme what I need, girl. I don't wanna mess up, I don't wanna get off, girl.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then welcome to my channel. Today's video is really exciting. I mean, I feel like I say that in every single video that we film, so if this is the first time that you've come to my channel, obviously please do check out my other videos once you have watched this video. We always do exciting things on this channel, or I try to do exciting things on this channel. Here today we are building a zoo. Yes, a zoo on The Sims 4, like what the hell? I've seen a couple of other people kind of do these videos, but I don't like bashing anybody, but I didn't think they were all that brilliant. Like, some of them were good, but I just wanted to do my own. So here we are. We're filming a zoo video today. I kind of got this idea just through looking through custom content and all that kind of stuff. I did use one custom content pack in this video, so I will make sure that I link that down below. The creator, I think, was called Brit Pinky Sims. Their website doesn't work, so I did have to look externally to try and find the bits and bobs to use, but I'll make sure that I leave the person's page down below, and also I leave in the link that I use to download the content as well, just so you guys don't have to go searching for it. So as I say, this lot is built in Brindleton Bay on a 64 by 64 lot. I love the way that this build turned out. I tried to make this kind of like modern, and I will also be putting it on my gallery as well, just in case you guys want to download it. Because this video is going to be quite long, I do suggest, if you haven't already, to pause the video, get yourself a cup of tea, coffee, water, whatever the hell you drink, and also a couple of biscuits or some kind of snack, and we can sit together. I'm gonna drink my water, you guys can have your cup of tea, and yeah, we'll just have fun. I usually do face cam in my videos, and I was going to do this video as a let's build, but it literally took me 3.5 hours, and I didn't think you guys would enjoy me doing a 3.5 hour let's build. So it's bad enough having to sit through a 20-minute video, isn't it? So, you know, we don't all have 3 hours of our life to waste. But here I am just placing the sign. You will see in a lot of well, you will see that within a lot of this build I do use a lot of debug objects. If you don't use debug objects, then you need to, because they're amazing. Here I'm placing a zoo sign. Yes, it was meant to be zoo in Simlish. To me it looks like a 300 sign, but you know, it kind of adds to that effect, if you guys know what I mean. I also decided to place these massive trees, but I do decide to make them a little bit smaller just because they looked absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, there's a lot of landscaping and terrain and things like that within this video. I do apologise if you find that a little bit boring, but obviously with a zoo, like, you kind of need to make sure that you do all the enclosures and stuff like that. Here, as I say, I'm doing the enclosures, putting in obviously the kind of outline of the enclosure, and then obviously we will get into the enclosure properly in a moment. At the moment it is currently back to school. I don't know when you guys are watching this, but when I upload it, it has been back to school week. I'm hoping to upload this on a Friday, so maybe you guys have done a full week at school if you do go to school. I just want to sort of wish you guys a happy school year, and I wish you best of luck if you are taking any exams or anything like that. I do know that school can obviously be really, really stressful, so try not to get yourselves too stressed out. You know, your grades, they are important, but it's not the be all and end all if you do get bad grades. But work hard. You know, your school years honestly are the best years of your life, and I know that a lot of people won't agree with that, but I did really enjoy going to school, and school years are really, really important. Anyway, I'm not going to waffle on like a mother. But here we are putting in some of the buildings. I decided to put a vet in here, and also a box office. I completely forgot the name of it then. A box office. I thought this would be quite nice. I don't have the get to work pack, so I didn't put in like a till. Is it called a till? Yeah, I think it's called a till, isn't it? I didn't put in like a till or a cash register or whatever. But if you do have the get to work pack, make sure you do download this and put in a cash register. Obviously it's kind of awkward because this zoo wouldn't actually run like a zoo, you know, the animals don't move and all that kind of stuff, but I just thought it was quite nice, even if it was just for decoration. Here I am doing the inside of the vet. Obviously a vet is quite important within a zoo. They need to make sure that they look after their animals, and obviously help them if they do get poorly. So I used a lot of the stuff from the cats and dogs expansion pack in order to help me get the zoo that I wanted. But yeah, I think this ended up turning out really, really nice. I was actually going to skip all this part out, but as I say, a vet is really important within a zoo. Obviously, the animal welfare is at the heart of the zoo, or should be at the heart of every zoo, not just making loads of money. Um, but yes, I also obviously did the little box office as well, and I also did all of the kind of terrain paint off of camera just because it was a little bit boring and didn't want to bore you guys, and it also took me forever. As I say, this build took me roughly about 3.5 hours, if not a little bit longer, and then probably, gosh, how long have I spent editing? Probably at least 2 hours editing. Literally, when people do YouTube as a full-time job, I can completely see why. I'm currently off work at the moment, which I'm not going to discuss with you guys, but this is the only reason I've had time to create this build. If I had have been at work, I would not have had time to do anything like this, or it'd have taken me like 3 days just to get little bits done. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with how this turned out. I use a lot of debug items. I don't know if I've already said that, but I do use a lot of debug items. So yeah, here I am decorating the inside of the vet, making sure that all the objects are placed. I did also come across a little bug in this actually, which I don't know if it is a bug or not because I don't really use a lot of gameplay, but there is a little medicine cabinet that you can use for the vet stuff. If you do have cats and dogs, I'm sure you'll know what I'm talking about. Here I am placing it, so as you guys can see, it's full, but then when you place it, it goes empty. So I'm not sure whether you have to stock it or something like that, or whether it is just a general bug. So what I'm going to do is hopefully maybe play around with this a little bit, see if that does need restocking. If it doesn't, and if it's just meant to be a decoration piece, then what I will do is try and get one of the sim gurus onto it. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that. I'll probably have to like message them on Twitter or something. But again, that's kind of a bug that does need sorting out, that probably, I'm guessing they probably won't know about it, so I'm going to message them if it is a bug and try and sort it out. But yeah, so I tried to make these rooms different colours. I thought it'd be quite nice to have like a different colour maybe for every vet who works here. I also tried to place like quite a lot of decor as well, and also these little paw prints on the floor, which I think look really, really cute. Here I am moving on to the box office. I don't really like the way that this turned out. I think it was a little bit rushed, really, and obviously it wouldn't kind of work anyway in real life. So, well, within The Sims, if you guys know what I mean. So yeah, I just placed like a couple of maps and tickets and things like that. But my favourite part of this video was definitely creating the enclosures. I just want to slightly apologise if you could hear any kind of like background noise. I did have the window wide open and it is quite a windy day today, so you might have been able to hear some of the wind, which I'm really sorry about. I have tried to reduce the background noise as much as I can, so hopefully you guys won't be able to hear that. Here I'm placing a couple of the underwater camera shots from the Island Living expansion pack. I kind of thought that this zoo would maybe help animals that were reaching extinction, and also obviously help in the beach clear up project within Sulani. I was actually going to place this zoo either in Sulani or Willow Creek, but to be honest, I thought that Brindleton Bay would probably be the best area for it. You've got the beautiful ocean view, and also obviously this is the world that we've got with cats and dogs, so it does make sense to place it here. Here I'm moving on to the enclosures. So this is the giraffe enclosure first of all. So I do obviously do a lot of terrain paint, put loads of shrubbery in, all that kind of stuff. But yes, you guys can kind of just watch it come together. At the moment, I'm currently sat with my big cozy blanket on and my autumn candles on. I'm feeling so autumnal at the moment. I don't know if it's just me who's feeling these vibes, But I'm so excited for when the leaves start to fall off of the trees, and oh, I love autumn. It's definitely my favourite season. Um, but yeah, here I'm doing some terrain. As I say, there will be quite a bit of terrain within this build. I'm not really that great when it comes to terrain, to be honest. And I'm not saying that to, I guess some people kind of say they're not good at stuff when they are. I'm not like putting myself down in any way, but I'm not usually that good at it, to be honest. So I tried to take it easy as much as I could and just put in a little bit of terrain here and there. I do actually have a build up on my gallery, which is quite funny, which is called Windenburg Manor. I absolutely loved doing it, and I used a lot of terrain tools, and it took me forever to do that build. I do actually have a video, but it's not up on my channel, so maybe I will edit that video and upload it as a speed build so you guys can see. But yeah, I'm not really that comfortable when it comes to terrain tools, and that's really the only time I have actually experimented with them. So, but you know, within a zoo you can't really not put terrain tools in, so yeah. Here I am placing the giraffes. So we have got a little baby giraffe and a mother giraffe kind of watching over its baby. Yeah, I thought this looked really, really cute. The next enclosure is the panda enclosure. I really liked this enclosure, to be honest. I think it was my favourite. Pandas aren't my favourite animal. They are really cute, but they're not my favourite animal. My favourite animal is actually a sloth. Yeah, a little sloth. They're my favourite animals. I think they're really cute. And also they actually move that slow that they sometimes grow green moss on them, which I think is really cool. They just sleep all the time and they've barely got any eyesight, so they can barely see a thing. But I just think they're a really cute animal. Here I placed a little tree that had kind of like been broken or whatever. I thought this would be quite nice and somewhere for them to kind of hide, if you know what I mean. And again, a little bit more shrubbery from the debug menu. I also go ahead and place a fountain. I don't know if it is a fountain. Is it a fountain? I don't really know. It's kind of like a bit of a pond, which comes with Get Famous. I'm not entirely sure what it's for. I don't know if it's like a prop or something like that. But I found it within the debug menu, and I just thought I would place it in because it looks really pretty. I also placed like apples and things like that in the enclosure, just kind of scattered them round because that is usually what people do within a zoo. And I also placed 2 adult pandas and 2 baby pandas. I wanted to place one on this rock here because I thought it'd look really nice. And also, obviously, I put down some terrain paint just to make it look a little bit more realistic. But I think the panda enclosure was definitely my favourite. So the next enclosure I'm going to move on to is the elephant enclosure. I did place all of the rocks before actually clicking record. The main reason being is because it just takes forever to place them all, and you guys had already watched me do the panda enclosure, so I thought it'd be a little bit boring for me to sit and do the exact same thing pretty much within the elephant enclosure. But yeah, I also decided to place this kind of like pool in here because elephants do really like water. So yeah, obviously it's within their natural habitat. So I wanted to place these in. If you do enjoy this video, obviously please make sure you do give it a like, and also comment down below what your favourite part was of this build. I am actually hoping to do a marine zoo or a farm later on if you guys do enjoy this video, just because I think that would be really nice. In terms of marine zoos, obviously I know that they've got a little bit of a reputation in terms of their care for the animals and orcas. I'm not going to obviously get into that debate within this video, but I do think it'd be something nice that I could maybe include within The Sims. So if you would like to see that, obviously do let me know and I shall create it at some point in the future. I'm really sorry if I babble on throughout this video. As I say, it's a 20-minute long video, so it's quite difficult to do a voiceover and always stay on topic. Here I am placing 2 baby elephants, and I couldn't find the mother elephant for a while, so I just had to kind of size up this baby elephant, which looks really ridiculous actually, because obviously elephants do have tusks, especially grown-up elephants, so we are missing the tusks there, but never mind. Again, here I am placing some terrain paint and just kind of trying to blend in that pool as much as I could. Here we are moving on to the zebra enclosure. Some people say it is zebra, I think. I don't know if that's just like an American thing, but in the UK we say it as zebra. So yeah. I actually decided to do this kind of like half savannah and then half Greenland, because a lot of the enclosures that I saw were kind of like half and half on the internet. So I just thought I would, you know, place half and half like what I saw. In a lot of videos that I have watched where people do let's plays of zoos, they don't really do a lot of detail within the enclosures, so this is something that I wanted to specialise in within my video and add as much detail in as I could, so I really hope that I did achieve that. Here I am again placing some more rocks from the debug option, again trying to make it look a bit more realistic. Kind of just want to apologise if you hear me hiccup. I've spoken for like the past 16 minutes without even taking a breath, and I just keep getting hiccups now, which is really annoying. Oh, oh my god, I'm so sorry. This video is a bit of a mess, so I do apologise. I'm probably going to have to take a little bit of a break and drink plenty of water. But anyway, here we are moving on to our last enclosure, which is the orangutans. I wanted to make this enclosure a lot bigger than what it actually was, because monkeys, they need a lot of space, and this to me is not big enough for a family of orangutans. But anyway, I might be doing some more kind of like farm zoo related videos again in the future, so we'll perfect my enclosure making skills. Talking about enclosure making skills, I don't know if you guys have seen but there is a game being released, not by EA, it's by Frontier, is that how you say it? Don't know. They're releasing a game called Planet Zoo. Don't know if you guys have heard of it. It looks absolutely incredible, and I'm actually hoping to do some of them videos on my channel. So if you guys have watched the trailer and you know what I'm talking about, let me know if you guys want me to do some videos on Planet Zoo, because I'm really hoping to maybe do a couple of speed builds, maybe a let's play, something like that. I think would be pretty cool. Here I'm obviously doing the orangutan enclosure. I actually ended up placing this little pool, which I thought was really cool. I'm not sure if monkeys actually like water, but I thought this looked really pretty. And again, put plenty of shrubbery down, used a lot of debug objects as well. Sorry, I'm really sorry about my hiccups, guys. Why do you always get hiccups at like the most inconvenient times? I've got no idea. But yeah, so here I am scattering some food, doing all that good stuff. But yeah, we're going to get into the screenshots shortly. I do also want to let you know, I did also place toilets, things like that. But I did it all off camera because it's a bit boring and I just wanted to show the good parts of the video, you know what I mean? If you did enjoy this video, as I say, please like this video. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, join the crew. Also, if you like my kind of videos, please please hit the bell button, turn on notifications, and you'll be notified every time I upload a video. I will be starting to upload every Monday, Wednesday and Friday on my channel from now on. I think that's going to be my uploading schedule. When I do return back to work, I don't know if I'm going to be able to upload that much, but anyway, that will be my uploading schedule at the moment. Sorry, I'm so sorry about these hiccups. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed today's video. I'm going to speak to you all in my next video, and have a lovely day wherever you are in the world. Take care, everyone. Bye.